Welcome. Today we're going to be playing Massive Darkness 2 using the Massive Darkness 1 upgrade pack. We are going to be performing Quest B, Black Widow. The local witch and potion master has been having problems getting to her herbs and mushrooms. A giant black widow spider has built a nest in the surroundings and won't let anything in or out. Quest objectives: we have to cleanse the surroundings, destroy all 3 spider nests, so there's one here, here, and here, and kill the giant spider. Special setup rules: spawn a level 5 giant spider roaming monster. So the level 5 giant spider is going to have 20 life. You'll see that when we go to the board. Spider nests are represented by lair tokens. A hero can spend 1 action to destroy a lair token and get 5 XP. The giant spider can only be attacked or targeted by abilities and effects after all 3 spider nests have been destroyed. And for spider movement, every round during the enemy phase, instead of its regular activation, the giant spider attacks the closest hero, if possible, and then moves 1 zone toward the exit, ignoring heroes' abilities and effects. The giant spider can't be moved by any effects or abilities and is not affected by frost tokens. So basically the spider is going to start here and it's going to start moving out until it gets to the exit. So that's basically the timer. That's what we'll be trying to do: destroy the lairs, kill the spiders. Our heroes for today are going to be Silas the Ranger. He has special abilities. He can use the arrow deck when performing melee attacks. And in Shadow, he can draw and discard 1 arrow card. He can apply all 3 effects combined or none. And then he'll be going with Clovis the Paladin. When Clovis dual wields, he gets +2 to his attack. And when in the Shadow, he gets a reroll for each consecrated zone in line of sight. Silas is going to start off with the level 1 skill of Piercing Arrow. So when he's revealing his arrow cards, for each arrow revealed, defender gets, for each 3 arrows revealed, -1 shield. And Clovis is going to start with Boldness. He gets 1 reroll on his attack. And we are going to bless this card to give him a reroll and a +1 attack when he is in a green space. All right, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's see. Let's go down to the table. All right, so we've got Silas and Clovis. We will have Clovis activate first. He is going to consecrate that space. That gives everybody who starts in that space +1 movement point. So instead of 2 movement points, they'll have 3. And then for his first action, he'll move. Each hero gets 3 actions. They can move, attack, do a special event, trade, or recover 2 life, any combination of life and mana. So first action, move 1. Second movement point, open the door. And he'll have 1 movement point left. So we will reveal a door card. It is Ambush. Spawn 1 mob in the active hero zone and remove the token from this chamber if possible. So he gets ambushed. He has 1 movement point left, but it's going to spawn in this zone. So we'll remove the token and we'll see what ambushes him. Level 1 mob, it is going to be Troglodyte Warriors. They got 3 life, 1 shield, some shadow attacks, so we'll get these guys out. Troglodyte Warriors, let's see. Where are those guys hiding? Should be around here somewhere. I may have to use a different set of minis since I am. Oh, here they are. Sorry about that, folks. There's so many minis. Probably have too many expansions for this game. But I have the Troglodyte Warriors here. They are going to jump out and ambush Clovis. And they have, on them, they have a crossbow. That gives them 1 yellow die. And we'll pull a treasure out of the treasure bag. They are going to have a common treasure. I had to use this token for some of my commons because it seems like I'm missing a few. Okay. So with that being said, Clovis for his second action will attack. So we'll get his dice pool set up. He's going to have 1 yellow, 1 black from the shadow. He is going to consecrate this area to give himself +1 attack. 1 yellow, 1 shadow versus 2 enemy dice. And let's see, do these guys have shields? Yes, they do. And 1 blue shield. That's a bit tough. All right, let's roll for Clovis. They've got 3 life each. So they block 1. He gets a mana, scratch, and claw. Let's see, when they're on defense and they roll a claw, they get an extra defense. So Clovis's ability, he gets 1 free reroll from the rusty sword, 1 free reroll from his consecrated area. So let's use the first reroll to reroll this one. That was worse. Second reroll to reroll it again. Same thing as before. And he also gets a reroll for his combat for being in the green space. So we'll reroll the shield. Same thing. All right, so they get 2. They're going to scratch him for 1 damage. So that means 1 will go through. So he'll do 2 damage. He had 4, they blocked 2, and he gets +1 attack for being consecrated. So 3 damage, which is enough for him to kill one of the warriors. He'll get 1 XP. We'll remove 1 die. The second warrior will attack. Or Clovis will attack for his second. 1 shadow versus these 2. And he only gets the 1 yellow dice. Yep, 1 yellow, that's it. So he can get a reroll. He got his shadow ability. He doesn't need that shadow ability right now. So he'll use his first reroll from the sword to reroll this. He'll use his second reroll from the sword to reroll. So that's going to be a total of 3. He gets +1 from the consecrated area. So 4 damage. That's going to kill the second warrior and put 1 damage on the leader. That is going to be all 3 of Clovis's actions. So then we'll go ahead and activate Silas the Ranger. So he will go ahead and shoot from where he is. He has a short bow. So he'll get a yellow dice, a shadow die versus their blue die. And Silas is going to go ahead and take a shot. And let me double check that for the Ranger. I think he shoots first and then pulls his arrow cards, but let's quickly find out. Haven't played this in a while. Arrow deck represents whenever the ranger performs a ranged attack, they reveal cards from the arrow deck one by one. Okay. Applies the effect to the attack. Okay. So I think we shoot and then we'll pull. I think we pull and then we'll shoot. So we're going to do a ranged attack. We need the arrows at the top. If they are equal to 7, we get the top benefit. If they are 6 or less, we get the middle. And if it's over 7, we get the bad result. So he gets 3. That would give him 1 yellow die. And I think we're going to stop there and just use that effect. So we'll just go for 1 yellow die. That'll give him 2 yellows versus the blue. He only needs 3 damage. That's plenty. 3, 4, 5, and 2 mana. He's filled on mana, so that'll kill the last leader. So Clovis got 2 XP. Silas gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Clovis gets an extra 2 for the leader being dead. We'll take the Troglodyte Warriors off the map. So Clovis is going to get the crossbow, or Silas gets a crossbow and a common treasure. The common treasure they found was a sling. So the crossbow and the sling are both one-handed. So he can equip both of these actually. So Silas will equip both of these. So that'll give him 2 yellow dice and he'll put his short bow in his backpack. So that was his first action. For his second action, he's gonna move. So he's starting in this zone, so he gets 3 movement points. 1, 2, and 3. And for his last action, he will destroy the lair. So that's 1 lair destroyed. Both the heroes get 5 XP for that. So he's gonna go from 5 up to 10. He's gonna go from 5 up to 9. Next we have the enemy phase. There's no mobs to activate. The spider will move 1 space. Then we have the level up phase. So to get to level 2, they need 5 XP. So Silas will cash in his XP and go down to 5. Clovis will go down to 4. They will get 1 life each, and a rare treasure will get added to the treasure bag. So we're going to go ahead and add a rare treasure to the treasure bag. 2 rares go in for them leveling up. And then it is the darkness phase. So the darkness will move up 1 on the track. There's nothing there. And we are back to the hero phase. All right, so for the hero phase, let's see. Clovis has to put things within line of sight. So what we'll do is he will put his blue movement point token in line of sight. Clovis will activate first. That'll give him 1 extra movement point. So he's going to move 1, 2, and open this door. And we will see what's in the room. So first we'll pull a door card. It is Hell's Call. Spawn 1 roaming monster on the roaming monster portal. Remove an enemy from this chamber if possible. So there was going to be an enemy spawn in here. There is not. That's the good part. The bad part is we have to spawn a roaming monster on the portal. And the roaming monster is going to be a necromancer agent. And it is going to spawn at the portal. It's got 4 life per hero. It's going to get 2 treasures and a rare. So let's see what tokens it's going to have. And the necromancer agent is from the Zombicide expansion. Agents do summon other mobs, so that's pretty bad. So he's going to have 2 commons. And he's going to be way back at the top of the board. This is the necromancer agent. He'll come up. He'll be at the top of the board, just off screen. He'll start making his way down. So there's 2 treasures in here. It is going to be a common and a rare. And again, I'm using this for common because I'm missing a few pieces. All right. So he had 1 more movement point left. So he'll move in here. And then for his second action, he's going to spend a movement point to pick up both these treasures. So that's 2 movement points. So he will get a common and a rare. Let's see what Silas gets. Common treasure. He gets mana gloves. First time you gain mana each round, gain an extra mana. And the rare item, he gets Gleaming Helm. When he's in the light, he can attack. When he's in the light, spend 2 mana to heal wounds equal to the wounds dealt. So he'll put that helmet on. That was his second action. Third action, he will move and then lastly open this door. So all the doors are open. The spider cannot be attacked until all the layers tokens have been destroyed. So nothing they can do there. And then we'll go over to Silas. So his first action, he has 2 movement points. He'll pick up the treasure. The treasure is 2 rares. So let's see what he finds. He gets Leprechaun Hilt. Spend 2 mana to cancel the mob's ability for this combat. And he got a Cuirass. So he'll put both of those on. The Cuirass is a chest piece and the hilt is footwear. And then he'll lose his other movement point to move 1. Second action, move 1, 2. Third action, move 1, 2. And then we will have, on Silas's turn, he would have thrown down his combat ability just in case something comes out there. Okay. Then it is going to be the enemy's phase. So mob activations. So the necromancer agent, if at least 1 hero is in magic range, he attacks that hero. Otherwise, he moves 3 zones toward the closest hero and spawns a mob in its zone. This mob doesn't activate this round. All right, so the necromancer agent is going to move 3 zones. 1, 2, 3. He's in the same zone as the spider. And he is going to spawn another mob in the zone. So we are level 2 right now. And he's going to spawn dwarf defenders. They've got 2 shields. And they're pretty tough on defense. So let's see. They're going to have a crossbow as their weapon. And what kind of treasure do the dwarf defenders have? A common treasure. So let me find the dwarf defenders. Let's see, it's these 2. And there's one with a hammer here somewhere. And this is their leader. That is a mess. So the hero, there is no hero in this giant spider zone. If there is a hero in line of sight, the giant spider attacks the furthest hero in line of sight. So the giant spider can attack. Silas has the most defense. The giant spider's ranged attack is level 5. It's 2 yellow, 2 orange. 2 orange and 1 black die. And Silas gets 3 blues. And he can re-roll. And he can spend 2 mana to cancel the mob's ability for this combat. So we'll see if we want to cancel his ranged attack ability. Alright. So the spider is attacking Silas. Okay, so it's going to do 4 damage. Silas is going to block 2, so Silas will take 2 damage. So he'll go down from 7 life down to 5. He won't need to use his mana. And then after that, the spider is going to move 1 space down the hall. So now we've got all these guys blocking the way. That's it for the enemy phase. Level up phase. They need 10 XP to get to level 3. Neither of them have that. The darkness phase. And this is where that door card gets really bad, because now the darkness is going to move up 1. And it is another roaming monster. So the next roaming monster we pull is going to be an abyssal demon. He has 2 treasures, 1 rare, 7 life each, 2 and 1 defense. So let me put the 2 treasures out for him. And then let me get he gets a rare and a common. And the abyssal demon. This is not looking good. So the abyssal demon will come out of the portal. Not sure how these guys are going to stop this. All right, so then it's the hero phase. So we have Silas. So Silas can run out there with the rusty sword, but he still doesn't have a really good weapon. Or we can have Silas start shooting. The necromancer agent has 4. He needs to do 8 damage to kill him. He doesn't have any defense though, so maybe we try to get rid of the necromancer agent first and get 2 regular treasures and a common. And then we sent him into the room. Okay, so we are gonna have Silas activate first. He's got a crossbow and a sling. They're both one-handed. They give him 2 yellow dice, and he'll get a blue die. from the not a blue die, the darkness die for being in the dark. And then let's flip his arrow cards and see what arrow ability he's going to get. So he needs 7. So first he gets 2. That's a reroll. We'll keep going. 3, 4, 5. Spend mana and the defender takes 2 fire. We want to go one more time. I think we'll stop with 5. So we will spend a mana. And we'll put 2 fire on the necromancer. Just in case we aren't able to get rid of him. So 2 fire on the necromancer, and then let's roll our first attack. So he's going to get a blue die, 2 yellows, versus 1 black die. All right, let's see. Needs 8 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 mana. So he will fill back up with mana. The necromancer will take 4 damage. So he is half dead. All right. And then he will attack again. Let's pull his archer cards. He gets 2 plus 6. 1 mana, defender takes 1 frost token and -1 defense. So we'll stop at 6. He gets -1 defense. He doesn't have a shield. Would have been good for him to attack the dwarf. So his second attack, he gets 2 damage. And let's see, he has a reroll from the combat token. That's the only reroll he has. Let's have him use that on this die. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 8 damage. He takes a damage from the scratch, and that is enough to kill the necromancer agent. So he's going to get 5 XP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes him up to 10. And then Clovis will get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We will slay the necromancer agent. He's gone. We're going to get 2 common treasures and a rare for Silas, and then Silas will have 1 more action left. 2 common treasures and a rare. He's in the same space as Clovis, so he could give these to Clovis if he wants. So let's see. Rare, he gets Divine Gauntlets, attack +1. I think he will give that to Clovis. And Clovis will give the mana gloves to him. Next up is a quiver. Ranged attacks get +1 yellow. That goes in the jewelry slot, so he'll take out the mana gloves and put the quiver in there. And then he got a stamina potion, which gives him +1 action. So he has 1 action left. I think we're going to immediately drink the stamina potion. So that will be used. And then we are going to go after the dwarf defenders. So he has 2 actions left. He's going to fire into the dwarf defenders. They get 2 blue die, 2 black die for the minions. He's going to get 2 yellow die for his sling and crossbow, the darkness die, and the yellow die for his quiver. He can get a reroll from the divine, the consecration, the blessed ground from Clovis. All right, and let's see. Let's draw the arrow cards to see what bonus we want to get. First up, it is 1 that will give us a reroll. 3, we can spend a mana to get -2 defense, and we'll draw 1 more. Spend a mana to get +1 attack. All right, -2 defense. Yep, so we'll roll and see if we need that. So first attack, the dwarf defenders have 2 life each, 2 shields. All right, so we do get a couple of rerolls. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's spend the blessed reroll on the midnight, on the darkness die. Some mana. Let's see, do I have any more rerolls? Ranged attack, get 1 reroll for each of your previous attacks this round. Okay, so the sling I can reroll again because I've attacked twice already. 1, I'll use the last reroll. Oh, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can spend 1 mana to get -2 shields, so we'll do that. We'll get rid of their shields. And we can spend 1 mana to get +1 sword, and we'll do that. Since we get a mana back, we'll still have 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 damage. These guys have 2 life each. So 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6 damage. All right. And he has, that was his first attack on them. So he still has 1 action left because he drank that stamina potion. The dwarves are going to drop 2 common items. So they will drop the crossbow. The crossbow is one-handed. So he'll give that to Clovis, because he can use that and the rusty sword for their melee effects. And then he gets 1 more common treasure. The next common treasure is leather gloves. +1 reroll. He'll just put that in his backpack. And then for his last action, I think he's just gonna move out of here. He could move and open the door, but I don't want to be in line of sight of the spider. So he's just going to move 1, 2 so that he's not in line of sight of the spider. All right, so after all that, it's finally Clovis's turn. So Clovis is going to remove his blessing for combat. He's going to put his blessing down for 1 extra movement point. Then he's going to use his 3 movement points to move. First action, move. Second movement point, open the door. And then we'll draw a door card. It is Whetstone Door. The active hero may keep this card until the end of the quest and discard it to attack with an orange die. So he'll hold on to that. And there is 1 mob token in the room on top of the layer, so let's populate that. These guys are level 2, so we still get level 1 to 2 enemy. It is Troglodyte Brutes. They have 3 life, 1 blue dice for defense. And shadow defense, they can get an extra die if they roll a claw. So that's Troglodyte Brutes. Let's see their mob treasure. They have a staff of mana. They are back here. All right, so then he had 1 movement point, 1 movement point. His 3rd movement point, he's going to go into this room. And he is going to use his crossbow from the darkness and shoot at those guys. Yep, that's what he'll do. So second action, Clovis is going to shoot with the crossbow. He is going to get a yellow for the crossbow, a yellow for his divine gauntlets. They're going to get a midnight die and 2 black die. All right, let's see. Let's see. So they have 3 life each. Oh, and they get a blue die. So this is his second action. His first attack, he shoots at the troglodytes. And let me put the treasure that they get. We're gonna have a rare treasure. Gets scratched twice and clawed. He gets a reroll for each consecrated zone in line of sight. Oh, that's right. He would have consecrated this zone to give him an extra attack and a combat reroll. So he'll get 2 rerolls right now. So let's go ahead and reroll the claw and the slash. That's a claw. Let's reroll his blue die. That's another, just give him rerolls. All right, so they don't take any damage. He takes the damage. The Shadow Claw will give them an extra blue dice, but we know they didn't take any damage. Then he'll attack one more time.